Yeah, we asked the listeners who they wanted.
They said not me.
We knew they would want you, and they did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You're very popular on this radio show.
On radio, what is it?
Sometimes I disparage you.
Try and make me less popular.
I don't like you to be too popular, Noel.
No, of course not.
Seldom in an episode of The Mighty Boosh does a character go, Russell Brand's good, isn't he? You're listening to BBC Radio 2, it's the Russell Brand Show, and here's your host, I am! What a fantastic show it's going to be, I'll tell you for why. Here's some things that are definitely going to happen. Now, Matt Morgan is away on holiday. He is my usual co-host, Mr. G, the resident poet laureate of the show. He is here. Hello, G.
How you doing?
We did ask who would people like to replace Matt if he did actually go on holiday. I tried to scupper Matt's holiday, obviously, but was unable to. Here's just a selection of some of the emails that we received. This is from Katie Raisey. She says she's writing from the Maudsley Mental Hospital. You should definitely have Noel Fielding as Matt's stand-in. Here are the reasons. 1, Noel has experience of radio work, as there was a radio series of The Mighty Boosh. He has got radio experience.
He's got the credentials.
He's got credentials. 2, a lot of your fans like Noel, and a lot of Noel's fans like you. Therefore, you'll be making many listeners doubly happy.
That's
3,
cross-pollination.
Cross-pollination. It's cross-branding. It's marketing. It's sensible. 3A, you were great together on the Big Fat Quiz of the Year, and as that was almost a year ago now, we need some more stuff from the Goth Detective Partnership. Well, there's a lot of reasons here. It all seems that people look at this more. Noel Fielding, I'd like Noel Fielding. Look, please get Noel Fielding.
More capitals.
Annie Stanley. Noel Fielding. Unfortunately, Noel Fielding is in hospital with a sexually transmitted virus. He is unable to attend this. Noel Fielding's here. Why would anyone read? Oh, let's announce him, though. Hold on, I've gone to the trouble of getting this bit of music. Please welcome... We're going to use that, aren't we? Because that's normally associated with Satanism. It's cut right. Okay, child, make it louder. I think so. It sounds more intimidating. Right. I hope you feel intimidated by Carl Orff's music. Please welcome. He's not got any sexually transmitted viruses or viruses of any kind. Please create atmosphere for actual Noel Fielding from the Mighty Boosh. He's here. Noel Fielding. Oh, there he is. Noel, thank you. Thank you for coming here. You're popular on this radio show.
I know, amazing. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, well, listen, all those, you have to believe it because we didn't go to that much trouble.
Even Carl Orff wanted me on the show.
Carl Orff says typically that music is associated with devil worship, but I'm prepared to make an exception.
It's beautiful. I'm here. You poured wasabi on my legs as soon as I got here. That was a beautiful thing.
That's a tribute. What it is I've briefly become involved with some triads. Now, what they've made very clear to me is when I feel affection for someone, don't spray musk on them, which is what I've been doing. I've got 3 glands between my balls and anus. Yeah. And I'll just spray musk, but like with you coming on, I thought,
special.
Wasabi, make a triad tribute. So, Noel, you're going to be doing this radio show with me.
In Wogan's Den.
This is Wogan's Den. If you smell, just beyond the stink of wasabi, there's the aroma of Wogan's charisma hanging in the air.
You can still see it, like clouds, can't you? Cloud formations.
Clouds, look at them.
Sort of clinging to my form.
They are. You are emerging from it. You look like a Greek god.
Being wrestled down by Wogan's charisma.
But I think Wogan's charisma will be a cloud upon which you can perch, perhaps like monkey magic.
Exactly.
And you can glide around it. We've got a lot of important things, Noel, so let me get you up to speed with just some of the things that are happening on this radio show. Right. People that are listening to us are allowed to ring us on 0500 288 291. If you want to email us, you can. It's russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Now, we've got some important things happening. A sleep expert, right? Don't laugh. Why did you laugh at the idea that I said that it was important?
You sort of became a teacher for a second. And I thought, a teacher in sort of cowboy boots.
I'm encouraging you.
I couldn't take it seriously.
No, you're a bright kid. You're a very bright lad. Don't balls this up. It's a good chance for you. I'll stick up for you in the staff room. Yeah. Other teachers say Noel Fielding, he's not focused. But I say no. He's got a bright future, that lad. We're going to speak to a sleep expert. Do you have any difficulties with sleep or dreams?
No, not really. I'm like, with dreams, yeah.
What happens?
They're terrifying.
Tell me just a brief example of some of the dreams you've dreamed.
Oh, I had a really bad dream recently where there was a pink moon circling the usual white moon. Your basic moon.
Basic standard moon. We all know that. We all know that. There's no need. You don't need to
there was a pink moon sort of doing a figure of 8 around it, and then the actual moon burst into flames.
Right.
And I was playing tennis, and it all sort of came down, and I heard someone go, "Oh, that's it."
Once the moon's burst into flame, we're going to have a serious look at the way we live our lives.
That is it. There's no more after the moon's on fire.
Do they mean no more tennis or just no more gravity and some of the other things that will be affected by the loss of the moon?
I woke up then, that's what I mean.
Shame, isn't it?
Ruined my day.
It's a real
the next
cliffhanger,
day.
that.
I know.
Do you think that we could perhaps induce a part 2 of that dream?
I'd love to. I tried to go back to sleep and get back into it. But then I had a dream about building a go-kart. Didn't really work out.
It doesn't help, does it? Because what's going to happen? You build the go-kart, you have a race, you win, you lose. It's a conventional narrative. The exploding flame moon, we're interested.
That was gone.
I sometimes have dreams that are serialised.
Really?
Not over consecutive nights, but maybe like it'll be a cliffhanger ending.
Yeah.
Bit like, you know those books you have for your kid, when you're a kid it goes, choose your own ending, but you really think, I'm just going to look at all the endings and go to the most desirable one through cheating.
And pretend that I chose that one.
Yeah, that I chose it in a legitimate way.
Yourself, really.
I'm lying to myself because I'm just there on my own reading, living a lie. The whole book's a lie. A lot of those books, it weren't even choose your own ending.
No, exactly.
One of it always Watership Down. I goes, I want all these rabbits to turn against the dogs and attack it. But so I wrote it in crayon, but I hadn't captured Richard Adams' writing style. It seemed derivative and lazy. It didn't work, Noel.
It's slightly childish.
I think, no, you know me, I'm a spontaneous man. And thank you. And like what I'd like now, because you need to have an item while you're here, that's why your item can be Noel Fielding, Dream Doctor. If you've got any dream inquiries, Noel Fielding will help you. He's got elaborate dreams. He's a dream weaver. He weaves dreams.
Making a sort of daisy chain of dreams.
A lovely daisy chain of dreams.
And hanging them off of Wogan's charisma.
Hang them off there. It'll be a Jungian daisy chain. The collective consciousness that we all share.
We're
right
going to
there.
get a Polaroid of that and send it to someone.
We'll send that. Send it to your mum's listening, is she?
I hope so. I texted her.
What?
Nothing back.
Nothing.
Nothing.
She thinks she's using this as an opportunity to distance herself from you.
Not bothered.
She don't care, does she?
Probably out on the Raz going, I'm not staying in listening to you freaks.
F it, she might have said to herself. She's carried you for 9 months in her gutty watch. Her part is done.
She can't be bothered.
She can't be.
Actually, I bet she is.
Of course she's listening to
Hello, Mum, if you
Is she Mrs. Fielding or is she remarried to distance herself?
She's married to Wogan.
She's married to Wogan. Mrs. Wogan, God bless you. Your husband's got a hell of a cloud of charisma. We're stinking it up in here.
I did a painting of Brian Ferry once and it looked like Wogan.
Oh, that's
a sort of Bollywood version of Wogan.
You did Brian Ferry, you've done a Bollywood Wogan. Did you later, retrospectively, as is often the case with art, try and say, well, actually, this was always Bollywood Wogan? It certainly wasn't Brian Ferry, as a lot of people have been saying.
I tried to pull that off.
It's a good job.
Like the Watership Down scenario, no one believed me.
No one believed
No
that.
one even cared. There was no one there. So I was lying to myself again.
Don't live in a world of self-fabricated lies. Oh, but what worries me is that was that painting commissioned by Roxy Music as an important exhibition.
It was Eno.
Oh no, he's going to be disappointed. Right, so if you want to talk to Dream Doctor, Dream Weaver, son of Wogan, Noel Fielding, then you can. This is probably your only opportunity, for he lives mostly in darkness. Call 0500 288 291. Other things that included in this programme, what we're doing now, this is it happening live. I'm Russell Brand. Sleep expert Dr. Chris Izzy Kowalski.
Oh, what? There's 2 of us now.
He's not a dream expert. He don't know F all about dream guy.
Unbelievable.
If you don't be so can't
he
you
just
don't?
Does sleep.
You like the Jets and the Sharks. You do.
Am I a subset of what
You're
he
not
is?
a subset. You're not a subset. Dreams. That's where art comes from. Sleep. Rip Van Winkle. Who cares? Comas. Boring.
Yeah.
Dreams. Art. Majesty. Yeah. We got Chris Idiozagowski, BSc, PhD. How many qualifications have you got, Noel Fielding?
Oh, too many.
I've looked at the end of your name.
2.
All there is ING. That's it. No proper letters there. We've got him. He was supposed to be a sleep expert last week. He never even had the common decency to answer his phone. He was quite literally, some say he was napping. And if we'll find out what he was dreaming, Noel, and then you will analyse that dream and we'll get some bloody truth out of this situation.
Tie him up in circles.
Yeah, tie him up. Do what you like with him. Mess with him. You know, go to
Flick
town.
him around the room.
Flick him around the room.
Like a light ping pong ball.
Do that. A ping pong ball, I've got no respect for it, because if you put it out on a hairdryer and blow it upward, what's it do? It just goes with the flow, doesn't it? It's got no sense of itself. It never tries to defy the hairdryer. Goes, I'm making a stand. Me and gravity have got a pact. Just does what the hairdryer says.
Oh, yeah.
Does the hairdryer's bidding? Is the hairdryer's... I don't like to swear on the radio.
Yes,
but
the hairdryer's... I nearly said whore. Are we allowed to say whore on the radio?
We've said it now. This is it, Wogan. This is what you've brought us to with your stinking, wretched charisma. We are talking about beetle rape. Not in the sense of the McCartney divorce trial, no, but of actual beetles raping each other. Little beetles. Last week we spoke of a species of male beetle. He goes around... The producer looks worried. Male beetles that rape girl beetles to get... baby beetles born, Noel. I don't know what you're going to make of it. It happens.
Beetle rape.
Beetle rape is what we're talking about. We're going to talk about that later. Just as soon as you finish your effing pineapple.
Are they the only insects that rape?
Well, actually, that is something else. One of your...
We'll be talking about
Hold on, Noel, right? This is another item you could do. Right, Noel Fielding is a dream expert and insect rape expert. He will answer any questions you might or might not have about insect rape. We're going to get you... You're going to...
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be a hell of a show.
I'm not discussing paedophile grasshoppers, though.
Paedophile grasshoppers, we can build towards it, mate. If you wanna, we can build towards
Should we
paedophile.
work up to that?
Yeah, because to tell you the truth, right, if there are paedophile grasshoppers, good luck to them. Because I got no sympathy for child grasshoppers. Don't have sex with human
Also,
children. But
when you see a grasshopper, how do you even know if it's a child or an adult? You don't even care, do
it's a
you?
mistake I've made. I've had a lot of problems in the past because I thought a grasshopper was above age. Before I know it, I'm in it, right? I'm kissing it, I'm holding it. Then it turns around at me, looks at me with like onyx eyes and says, I'm 12. I go, but it's a grasshopper. It's a grasshopper.
Someone's just handed us a piece of paper that just says no, simply.
A piece of paper, it says simply no. Well, yes, this is, well, we can only assume that that's good news. It's Kirsten. Hello, lovelies. I emailed earlier about mad dreams and how to get them via legal non-prescription drugs. I suggest Noel joins me in an experiment to find out about the best dreams. This is from Kirsten. Well, it sounds to me like she's trying to get you to take sanctioned drugs.
Who is it? Kirsten Dunst?
It might be. I don't know. I mean, she's called Kirsten. We can only assume it's
I only know
Kirsten
one
Dunst.
Kirsten.
That's the one then.
It's got to be,
It's Kirsten Dunst out of Spider-Man. Right, OK, well, we'll try and do that. Now, Noel, you're allowed some musical selections. As we're aware that you're a fan of Gary Newman, Our Friends Electric will be played at some point. What are we playing now? We're playing the Smiths now. Right, OK, so call us if you want to talk to Dream Dr. Noel, if you want to talk to the sleep expert whose field of expertise is a subset of Noel's own dream expertise, then you can do that. Also, later on, we're going to talk to a man who plans to cleanse our country of grey squirrels. He is a squirrel racist.
A squirrel cleanser.
He's a squirrel cleanser. He wants to enact a squirrel holocaust.
He's taken them out.
He's taken them out. He's already started. He killed one on his washing line. It said in an article.
With his washing line.
I don't know. I mean,
on his washing line.
The squirrel was on the washing line, and I suppose the washing line contributed to the death in a way because the squirrel had to fall off of it.
Yeah.
So in a way, that would have exacerbated the death.
Was he doing some kind of tightrope act? What was going on there?
I like to think, Noel, that the squirrel was a high-class circus performer, making its death all the more tragic. Yeah. Okay, so let's listen to The Boy with the Fawn in His Side, the Smiths, and later, guess who's visiting on this programme? Courtney Love is going to turn up here.
She's going to pop in.
She's popping in with the heir to the Guinness fortune. What have you got? Have you got a bit of music, right? Because I was thinking that every time we say Courtney Love's name, we should have a bit of music, and here is that bit of music. Have you done it, Nick? Nick, our producer, who's running the desk in the absence of Matt
He's
Morgan.
got monkey fingers. He'll never do it.
Look at his monkey fingers jabbing at that
Hit
screen.
him.
Preposterous. Oh, we're going to do it after the track. He's an insomniac, which is the only reason he's hooked us up with a sleep expert. He's using this show
Really?
to solve his own problems in life.
He doesn't look like an insomniac.
Well, he is one, mate.
He's really healthy.
He's radiating
He's been
beauty.
lying to us.
You're not even an insomniac. You don't think
Sleeping when I came in.
he was asleep when you arrived.
Curled up like a white kitten.
He's meant to be welcoming you, not there like a little albino. You sicken me. BBC Radio 2, this is the Russell Brand Show. I'm here, of course, with Noel Fielding. He is a dream expert. You can call him if you want to with any dream inquiries. Are you all right, Noel?
Oh, I'm pretty strong.
What have you been thinking about? Just
What,
lately,
in life, generally.
Yeah, what's playing on your mind?
I was thinking about one of my mates, actually, who said that he's never had a dream, or if he has, he can't remember what it was. And I just thought, how can you never have a dream?
Yeah.
So I just hit him with a stick.
Yeah, well, don't
Clubbed him
tolerate
down.
that. You remind me very much of the Chinese government, the way you're oppressing that, mate, the way the Chinese government have been oppressing the people of Tibet. Get out of Tibet. We've been campaigning for quite a while now to get China out of Tibet.
Really?
Still there.
Still there.
They're just like they don't give... I mean,
It's like
I don't
they're not
swear.
even listening.
It's like they're... Right, yes.
It's like they're not getting your faxes.
It's like they're not getting them. Fax after fax. Text.
Wasted text.
SMSs. I've been sending them and they're not getting my SMS messages.
You
No?
want to maybe send someone over
Yeah, who should we
in
send?
soft slippers and a big hat
Just someone with soft
who
slippers.
can
keep
dance
it-
into their company.
Just dance into it and then just sort of infiltrate with my message
Yeah.
of get out of Tibet.
And then slip away in the
Slip
night.
away. There's no need for it to cause a scene.
And let that message dawn on him when he's gone.
Well, he'll have gone and suddenly he'll think, what the hell are we doing here in Tibet? All these people don't seem to want us here, and yet here we are, just because of strategic military conditions and positioning. Let's go. Probably something like that, do you reckon?
Yeah, that'll work.
Now, you earlier, Noel, expressed a great deal of hatred towards Chris Idzikowski, sleep
Yeah.
expert, because you said that he reduced you and your expertise in the field of dreams, which is a film by Kevin Costner, in which a baseball field gets made out of some dreams, I believe. Unless I've misunderstood the plot. Kevin Costner tipped his head sideways, a dream fell out, it was a baseball field, everyone very happy. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. Now, you are an expert in the field of
I like the way you
dreams.
said a dream fell out of his head.
Yeah?
Costner, his head's all loose, full of dreams coming all out of his head.
Yeah, Dance of the Wolves fell out one year, kicked that out of his little brain.
He's like a handheld shower, isn't he? Just dreams pouring out of his
Yeah,
head.
just like that. Girls, a surprising number of girls use handheld showers to masturbate. Girls, you don't know, we know. We know. We know what you're doing with those handheld showers.
And if you're not careful, some of Kevin's dreams will come out and go right up here.
You're going to be filled with Kevin Costner's dreams. 9 months' time, you'll give birth to Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Robin Hood, he's a prince among thieves. That's not
That is
good.
the worst Robin Hood haircut in the
See,
history
Robin
of
wouldn't
Robin
have that
Hood.
hair. And why has Morgan Freeman been brought back all mystical walking around? None of it makes sense.
Useless, apart from that big catapult that was
tell you-
in the Bryan Adams video.
The Bryan Adams catapult was the only thing about that
It's like a
film.
big spoon, wasn't it? A salad spoon.
It's a dirty, great salad spoon
I don't even
catapulted.
remember, but I've got a feeling he curled himself up in a ball and shot himself like an ice hockey puck through the air.
It was
Did
very
he do
much
that?
like Nick the Insomniac curled up like a white albino kitten.
Pretending he doesn't been asleep
Pretending
since
to be
the
an
70s.
insomniac. But he said, oh no, last time I slept, it was when Tiger Feet was top of the charts. He's done nothing but sleep. When Noel Fielding arrived, he was sleeping, just curling up his toes. Now, we'll be doing my item gay any minute now, but first Mr. G will introduce his item, which is called Hatred Against Grey Squirrels. Let's hear it.
Okay, this is an article that me and Russell read out in Tuscany about...
I was writing my autobiography,
in
my book of work.
Tuscany.
In Tuscany, yeah.
You,
We were just over
Cloning in
there.
hammocks and Russell, we had a small boy turning the pages.
that boy was like a son to me. He was my son.
He was a grasshopper.
Now that makes it sound like we've been... Now, come on. Gee.
And a red one.
Walk a tightrope.
What was
yeah.
it? Some sort of bumming holiday?
There was, if there had been bumming on my holiday, good. But there actually was very, very little bumming.
Very little bumming.
Very little
Very
bumming
little
going
in the
on.
way of bumming going on in
I-
Tuscany.
Some days I wake up, I go, where's the bumming? There's been no bumming all morning. Then I bum someone, I think that's a bit more like it, but it still weren't enough on the bumming front. Now, G's trying to do an item about
I
the
know.
plight of grey
Exactly.
squirrels. You're bringing it round to
Dream
bumming.
items and grasshopper items and red items. This is about the plight of the red squirrel, and we have got a defender of its cause whose name is...
His name's Robin Page, right? And what's amazing about that is I'm
The
reading
red
his...
squirrel must be gay.
Of course he's gay. Of course he's gay, man.
He only likes gay squirrels. We've got to the bottom of it.
Already, we know that Robin Page, whose name is written down on a page, that is the sound of the page, yeah?
Oh, Robin.
Robin, you lovable rogue. You scallywag, you tinker.
Robin.
Robin Page thinks that the grey squirrel should be driven from these shores because, to tell you the absolute truth, they're not even meant to be here, the grey squirrels.
No.
They was brought over here, I
They haven't
believe,
got
as some
anything
sort of...
in the way of passports.
Nothing.
They've got no visas.
I've checked their admin, Noel. Some of them ignored me. Honestly, it was absolutely the most disgusting sight.
And they are working. I've seen the Harvest Crunch advert. Don't think we
But they're
don't
doing
know.
that for nothing. They ain't mugs.
They're paying tax on that.
Of course they're not. They're filling their own coffers. They keep it in their cheeks. They put it in a tree. They save it for winter. They're not paying any tax on
He
that
might have a
harvest
point.
crunch.
He might have a point.
Well, let's hear him out. Perhaps Robin Page is there. Robin Page, are you there?
I am. I wish all grey squirrels were gay, then they would die out.
Whoa, steady, Robin Page. That sounds homophobic and racist all at once. Only if it's against gay squirrels.
That's just a straightforward biological fact.
Fair enough, mate. I stand corrected. He's speaking in nothing but biological
He's
facts.
a scientist as well as a squirrel hater.
Robin, what, is that your normal voice?
Of course it is. What's your normal voice?
It's a bit more like this.
Yeah, I can understand that. Taking the tablets.
Now, Robin Page, we need to know what your views are on grey squirrels. You wrote an article in Daily Mail while we were in Tuscany, while there was very little bumming going on.
Hammocks.
Yeah, we were in hammocks. Yes, we were. There was very little bumming, very little. We read that thing about the grey squirrels and we liked it and it made us think that we'd like to speak to you. Now that is happening. Will you please tell us what you mean by everything you've ever felt and thought?
Yeah, well, every grey squirrel in Britain should either be in a barbecue or in a stew.
Right, okay.
In a barbecue. What about Irish squirrels?
Yeah, Irish grey squirrels can be in Irish stews.
What about Guernsey or Jersey?
Yeah, Guernsey stews. Who gives a stuff as long as they're in a stew?
I'm silly.
Yeah, we can have silly stews, any sort of stews.
All right, well, we've established now that regardless of where in the British Isles these grey squirrels dwell, he thinks they should be in a stew. Why is it, though, Robin Page, that you want it?
Middlesex stews, they'd be a bit difficult.
Don't get back into the geography, because I've just got Noel Fielding off of the geography, and that's difficult. He'll go back on the geography now.
I will. I know more places.
He knows about another 9 places. I can see him.
I've got him on my sleeve.
He's all written down up his arm in lipstick. Now he's going to say them.
No crayon.
No, it's
no
clearly
crayon, not lipstick.
Listen, mate, I know what's on his arm. I'm looking at his arm while you're staring at a big pile of squirrel corpses. I'm looking at his arm. Now, will you tell us?
Tufty's just walked in
there. Ooze at the moment, so there you are.
What are you looking at? A great ooze?
The great ooze.
What is that ooze?
It's a river.
Ooh, lovable. So
well, your geography isn't as good as you thought it was, but never mind.
I've never made any claims about geography. I'm just here trying to live my life in relative peace. The great ooze.
Good.
I just assumed it was something that's coming from your gland. Of course it does.
And there's no squirrels there at all.
Well, can you tell us why? Come on, please tell us about your feelings about squirrels, Robin Page.
Red squirrels are indigenous. They're very beautiful. They're lovely. They've been driven out by the big bird greys. Yeah. And, of course, as you're working for the BBC now...
Yes, we are.
On the one show the other night, we wanted to eat a squirrel, but the executives of the BBC wouldn't allow it.
What's wrong with those executives not letting people eat squirrels?
Were you going to cook it?
You cannot kill a grey squirrel for entertainment.
Were you going to cook it or just slam it between a bit of bread, munch it down?
Ready, steady, cook, all that lot, Rick Stein.
You've exposed the problem here, Page.
Entertainment, they've got to stop.
It's out of order. Because here's Robin Page.
BBC say you mustn't eat anything for entertainment on
They don't say that. They don't say you mustn't eat things for entertainment. Because me and Noel have got a new show where we eat things for entertainment.
We eat otters.
We eat entertainment on the BBC.
We eat all sorts of things just for sheer bloody entertainment.
Space food.
Don't eat for entertainment, as you'll be banned from the BBC.
Listen, Robin Page, if you don't start justifying... Because, look, this is the thing. You said in your article that you yourself shot with a gun a squirrel in your garden. Is that true?
On my washing line.
Who was on your washing line?
You were on the washing line or a squirrel?
Was on my washing line.
He was in the kitchen doing an Harvest Crunch advert.
I was in the basement thinking about the government. Squirrel on the washing line. I popped it off, didn't I?
I know. It's Gordon Brown's fault.
Don't blame him.
Brown's fault.
He's all right.
Gordon Brown's fault.
It's a fiddle.
I saw him jabbing a squirrel the other day.
He's jabbing at one with a chopstick. He mortally wounded
squirrels. We don't want grey squirrels. Sorry about that. They're American.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, Robin, is your hatred of squirrels an analogy for
Americans.
racism?
I didn't hear that because somebody butted in when you were trying to be intellectual.
Robin Page, I didn't think I could ejaculate any more this evening, but you have just produced another thimbleful. What I said was, why'd you kill that bloody squirrel on your washing line for?
Because it was a grey squirrel and they eat song thrushes, eggs and things like that. You probably don't know what a song thrush is, but it's a very
Yes, I do. It's a type of disease that you get if you have unhealthy sex without a condom.
Easy, get some yoghurt.
Yeah, man, get some yoghurt. The thrush will be gone in no time. Robin Page?
Yeah?
I ain't got a dad. Can you be my dad?
I would rather be your social worker.
Fair enough. You're an anti-social worker.
Yeah,
Robin
have
Page,
you got an ASBO?
not yet. Well, Robin, I'd like you to come on the show every week and just... Is there anything else you feel this
Robin,
strongly
are you
about?
on Facebook?
Yeah, I feel very strongly about the BBC.
So I'm putting you straight into my
And the
top
BBC.
10.
Robin, no one's ever gone into the top 10. You know, I've witnessed the way that he governs his Facebook, and it's diligent.
Gary Newman's out. Robin, you're well in.
You've shot straight into
surprised.
Facebook
There's a
top
picture
10.
of you. I'm going to use a grey squirrel.
Oh, don't play mind games.
But with red squirrel's eyes.
Red
the
squirrel
confusion.
What if a red squirrel and a grey squirrel fall in love? They have some sex. They have a baby. What then, Robin?
It's like Romeo and Juliet.
I would think they've got red and grey squirrels, but I wouldn't know. But it is a serious
In a stripy
thing.
formation or just patchy?
Who knows? But we do need red squirrels, and we don't want grey.
Right.
And, of course, the person in charge of this is our lovely Minister of State
Oh,
for the
no.
Environment
Who's that?
with the girl's name, Hillary Benn.
Oh, Hillary Benn. Focus! Let's drive grey squirrels from our shores by any means necessary.
His father was Wedgie Ben, he's Veggie Ben.
Like it. Can I just clear up whether or not you're racist, just so as otherwise this won't feel so light-hearted if you are actually racist?
A racist? What do you mean racist?
Well, do you, for example, judge people negatively dependent on their race or their place of birth, origin, and that?
Yes, I dislike Londoners.
Fair enough. There he goes. There, Robin Page there, the lovable racist. Woo! Robin, come back next week with more prejudices. I really am into him. There goes Robin Page. He's the best damn racist we've ever had on this show. I liked him, though.
See you, Robin.
He's gone now.
Oh.
He's just...
There's a void where Robin once was.
There's a little Robin-shaped hole in that world.
It's all linking up. Robin of Sherwood.
Robin of Sherwood.
Page.
Robin Page. Racism. Dreamweavers.
Morgan Freeman.
It's all there. It's all there.
Clouds
it's
of
all
charisma.
linked together. The whole thing. So I enjoyed talking to Robin Page, and I think I've learned. For one.
He sounded a bit like he was inside the phone, didn't he?
He sounded like he'd clambered in there so that he could express his views without fear of persecution, didn't he? If I do this from inside the phone, people will judge me less harshly. Yeah, he sounded like...
At one point, he let something slip. Did you notice? He said Americans instead of squirrels.
He did. Hi, bloody American squirrels! Squirrels!
I meant squirrels.
Hi, immigrant squirrels! Squirrels, for God's sake! Coming over here, signing on.
He's just using the word squirrel to hide his racism.
I saw some squirrels the other day. They were listening to music in their car. It was very oppressive and loud. Drive them from the shore. Well, there he goes. Oh, Rob, he's all right, I think. Let's have him on every week. Have him on.
Let's bring him in here.
Just bring him in, see what he thinks.
Release some squirrels in here.
I'd love to just see it.
Let the battle commence.
What if he formed a bond with a grey squirrel, Noel? What then? Say a grey squirrel somehow, I don't know how it would happen, saved his life. Would he then, do you think, change his views of the grey squirrel, or just think, well, I like that individual grey squirrel?
What, you mean if a squirrel rescued him out of a burning building?
He's in a burning building, he's Robin Page.
All the firemen are squirrels.
Fireman, the little...
Does he stay in there and burn to death, or does he let them take him down the ladder to safety?
I would rather perish here in this building than be in the undignified rescue.
Be rescued by an American.
Dirty Yank squirrel. I should sooner stay here till my flesh resembles naught but pizza than be rescued by you, your little claws, your horrible, elegant wrists.
Don't think I don't know what's going on. This is an Harvest Crunch ad.
Why not buy?
It's not real.
Look at this fire. It's just orange ribbon. It's all ribbon. We were so impressed when those ribbons first came. Like a ping-pong ball and a hairdryer. It's all coming back now. But then it turned out it was just bloody ribbon. Okay, now, I've just heard in my ear brain that there's a little show, Noel. Now, you're going to love this. It's called The News. Now, what it is...
I've seen that.
It's boring,
doesn't really work for me.
No, rubbish. Every day, exactly the same stories. Someone's done a riot. Oh, no. There's been a killing. You know, frankly, I find it depressing. But it is a vital part of our remit, and this is a BBC programme, which means no competitions, lots of news. Now, I heard the news yesterday, surely nothing else has happened, because loads happened. happened then, but apparently...
More's happened.
More's happened, Noel. More's happened. I mean, look out that window out there into the streets of London. There's nothing happening.
Nothing.
What are they putting on the news then?
I know.
I think, to tell you the truth, I think it's lies and propaganda. Now, after the news, we're going to be talking to Noam Chomsky, who'll be telling us how the news is used to control and manipulate us, keep us spellbound and docile, and prevent us from reaching a revolution.
Killing
But they
squirrels.
can't stop. We'll kill those squirrels and we'll have a revolution one day as well. Right, OK, we're ready for a bit of newsy poos. Right, I have to do...
Are you reading the news?
I'm just reading the announcement to throw to them. They're not going to let me do the news. Here is the news. Grey squirrels, man. Yeah, let's get behind them. Keanu Reeves is a dreamweaver. It would be lies and propaganda. This is BBC Radio 2, online, on digital, and on 88 to 91 FM. News!